Everybody, what's going on? How y'all doing? I am actually sitting at the parking lot where I park my truck at all the time. I'm getting ready. Look at that, all that water over there. It is rainy, muddy, nasty, dirty. So I don't know what all I'm going to get done today, but it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30 or something like that. I am going to run over to the library real quick because they close at noon on Friday. They do not reopen. So I'm going to run over there and try to reply to as many people as I can. I do everything from my cell phone, so I'm not able to, I know all you people that have been around for a while have heard this many times. I do everything from my cell phone, and it really sucks ass. I do everything from a cell phone, and so I cannot, there's no reply button on there to your comments. So whenever you leave a comment, I go back and at your name and then leave a comment, and sometimes that replies to people, sometimes it don't. If you don't think I've ever replied to a comment you've left me, or if you leave me comments quite often, go back and look. I reply to all your comments, or I try to. It also doesn't tell me whenever I get a new subscriber. It does not let me go to people's homepage. I mean, it does let me go to their homepage, but I can't comment on your homepage or anything like that. It just kind of shows me kind of a generic homepage or whatever. So I'll be running over to the library today and try to get to everybody who's left me a message or anything like that. You know, my friends are important to me. Viewers are my friends because, let's face it, as a truck driver, you don't have time, or you don't stop long enough to make friends in person. So the friends I have are the friends online. Those are the friends that are important to me. Everybody's important to me, whether you're online, whether you're, my buddy lives 22 miles away from here, my buddy in prison right now who gets out next month. I can't wait. Everybody in my life is important to me. A few years ago, I finally started not letting people walk on me. If you walk on me, then bam. I pretty much kick shit done. Kick shit done. I kick shit done. I kick shit done. But yeah, the lady who adopted my daughter knows all about me kicking shit done. I don't talk to her at all anymore. She fucked me over. My first wife's brother, me and him were tight. I mean, I would have done anything for that boy in the entire world. Anything for his family. I cared so much for that kid, and he fucked me over. He fucked me over before. Back whenever back when I let people walk all over me, he fucked me over before. Not real bad or anything, but this last time he just broke my heart, and I'm tired of fucking people doing that. So I haven't talked to him. I refuse to talk to him. I refuse to talk to his wife or anything like that. Screw it. I'm moving on. I know that's a bad attitude to have. In the Bible, it talks about forgiveness and all that. Yeah, I could probably forgive somebody, but I don't have to put up with their shit. I can forgive. I can say, all right, well, that person screwed me over. Fine. Yeah, they did screw me over. Fine. I ain't fucking talking to them no more. I ain't putting myself in the predicament where I have to talk to them. Let's get off of that subject, Let's just move on to the next one. Anyway, I'm here. I'm going to go over. I'm going to talk to as many people as I can, or, comment on your page or whatever. I try to show as much love as I can a little bit of time that I am at the library. Today is the kids' last day at school. Tomorrow, tomorrow my first wife, Jezre's mom, will be here to pick her up, and she will go back to Nebraska. The town they live in Nebraska is pretty cool. It's got this little bitty creek that runs all the way through there, and it's called Piney Creek. But everybody goes tubing there, and it stays like chilly as hell all year round. It stays the same temperature as spring-fed all year round. So it is an awesome little place to go tubing down. Then you can go right up the road to Valentine, Nebraska, and it's right up on the Niobrara River, I think is what they call it, Niobrara. I might be wrong on the river, but there's waterfalls and all kinds of crap right there, and that is an awesome river to go kayaking, to go canoeing, or they rent these big tubes over there too. You can go tubing down that river. So, I mean, there's some fun stuff to do around there in the summertime. That's why my daughter wants to go up there and spend all summer with her mom, and hopefully she'll come back next year. Hopefully I'll get the job over here. That's right, I got a call yesterday. They checked all my references yesterday for the job over here working at the distillery. Yeah, your buddy Jim Beam might be making some alcohol again. No. I'll be working as a millwright again. That would be a good job. And I can get out of the truck and become, you know, the dad that I have been since, you know, I've been a single dad. You know, my boys' mom split in '98, so I've been a single dad for them since then. I've been their dad, their mom, their everything, you know. And I really had to grow up a lot whenever that happened. You know, I was a hippie. I really was a hippie. I traveled around just freelance. See this bag right here? This bag is from the Camel catalog, like in '92. And I've traveled completely from shore to shining shore with that bag. I used to have a full harness backpack that I hitchhiked with too, but I liked this bag. I could throw, you know, roll a pair of jeans in there, throw 3 pair of shorts in there, you know, 3 pair of underwear in there, 6 pairs of socks, and some t-shirts, and then I would fold down some like cat in the hat hats and some berets, and then I would take one hard brim hat with me, and just kick it, man. I would just head out on the highway. You know, I usually have a pipe stashed in the bottom of it or somewhere, or some rolling papers, and you know, they didn't call me Harvest Moonbeam for nothing, you know. They called me Harvest Moon. There wasn't no beam involved back then, but I don't know. It was a crazy time being a hippie. I mean, traveling all over, doing the, you know, crazy things, the fun things I did. But, you know, I could tell y'all different stories every day. You know, different adventures that have happened, and it's just fun. It's just so real, and it was real. I mean, I was there, but I mean, that's what this YouTube thing here is. It's just having fun, being real, and remembering all that stuff. I mean, I have a pretty shitty memory. I did a lot of drugs. Kids, say no to drugs, especially if you want to remember it. I mean, you could be with the most beautiful woman in the world. I remember this one lesbian orgy party I was at down in Dallas. We won't talk about that because I think one of the girls watches, actually. But anyway, I don't remember it. I have a video. I do have a video, fellas. I do have a video. But I don't remember being there at all. It was, yeah. But yeah, it was still a party, bro. It was still getting down. I mean, it's still a life experience. But I you know, if you're having these life experiences and they're too fucked up to remember them, they're not a life experience. They're just a haze. And I have a lot of haze in my life, and there's a lot of things I remember. I remember one time my people over in Perry, Iowa, back where I graduated from high school at. Me and this dude, I think his name was Matt. He stole his parents' car. He came and got me. He was all banged up. He wrecked it pulling out of the driveway. Anyway, we went and picked up all these bitches and shit. We were cruising up to Des Moines, Iowa. I had like 3 ounces of weed, a big sack of weed, just bam, and I had it shoved in my sock. You know, I was an old hippie. You know, I carried shit in my shoes all the time, and I had probably, I don't know, 40 or 50 hits of acid. But we dropped some hits of acid between all of us that were in the car, and the car was jam packed. Back before the seatbelt law, I mean, we were jam packed in this thing, you know. 4-door, big old car, but yeah, we got pulled over, and it was so fucked because the cop was like, nobody in the car had a driver's license. Here I am with all this weed on me, all this drugs on me. I'm going to prison, you know. I'm thinking, I ain't giving them my ID. I ain't telling them I got an ID. Finally, they're like, well, we're gonna tow the car. Y'all have to find a ride or have to contact somebody for a ride. I'm like, oh yeah, I think I got my ID on me. I reached in my slim shorts. I pulled it out. I'm like, yeah, here it is. And they let me drive away in a stolen car. They pulled us over because the car was stolen. Anyway, they contacted the parents, and the kid had to talk to his parents, but they let us drive away. And then we drove on down to Sailorville Lake, and it got pretty hazy, but I remember sitting there on the beach, or the bank, or the boat ramp of Sailorville Lake, or somewhere in there, you know, smoking it up and laughing about it, and just, you know, good times. Good times that are a haze in my memory because I was so fucked up. And I could have still had fun. I could have still hung out. Them friends would have still liked me just being who I was. I didn't have to be high. But I didn't know that at the time. I'm telling all of y'all kids out there that, you know, think you gotta get high to hang out with your high friends. You don't. You can just hang out there and be yourself, be real, be funny, be who you are, and they'll like you even if you don't do their drugs. They'll still hang out with you even if you don't do their drugs. So, anyway, I'm gonna get off here because this is like super long. And Lee Boy gonna be yelling at me about this mini movie I made and all that. It's alright, cool, man. Thank you, Mr. Ty Bowles, for showing off that artwork you got yesterday. That was kind of embarrassing a little bit, but that's cool, man. I knew you were gonna show it off. I guess, you know, really, I kind of did, but I mean, I liked it. There's a lot of mistakes in there. I used a hand engraver on that, and there was a plastic coating over that metal whenever I was doing it, and I drew on the plastic coating. I'm a mechanical engineering drafter is what I went to college for. So I drafted everything out onto there. Well, then as I was doing it, I drafted on it with a Sharpie or the little fine tip marker. And as I was doing it, I kind of put my hand down on there and didn't realize I was kind of sweating. And when I moved on, I was transferring lines. So there's a few lines in there that aren't supposed to be in there. And then in the picture that was sent to me, it didn't show trouble having a solid white line down his nose. I mean, I split the white line, but I mean, it still looks pretty good. It looks pretty awesome. But for me, I critique all my artwork, and yeah, but that's cool that you liked it. I'm glad that you showed it. I'm glad you're hanging it up, man. That really does something for an old dude's heart, man. That's pretty good, you know. I like that everybody liked it. I hope everybody there liked their keychains or dog tags or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm gonna get off here. Till next time, y'all be real.